In a world where everyone seeks constant connection, Mauro Morandi chose the opposite, absolute silence. He didn't do it by accident, nor out of necessity. He did it out of conviction. It all started in 1989. Mauro, an Italian physical education teacher, felt increasingly disenchanted with modern society. Consumerism, the speed at which everything was moving, the disconnection from nature, all of this made him feel like a stranger in his own world. So he made a radical decision, abandon it all. He set sail with some friends on a catamaran to Polynesia, seeking a new life. But fate surprised him before he arrived. They passed by an island called Budelli, in the La Maddalena archipelago, north of Sardinia. A paradise island, famous for its pink sand beach, and completely uninhabited, except for an elderly caretaker who was about to retire. Mauro saw it as a sign. Without hesitation, he volunteered to replace him, and so began what would become almost 30 years of chosen solitude. During all that time, his routine was simple but profound. He cleared trails, repaired buildings, protected the flora and fauna, and above all, he observed the passing of the seasons, the colors of the sea, the behavior of the birds. Mauro learned to read the island like one reads a book. He said that there at last he had found peace. He lived in a small cabin built by the former guardian. It had solar panels, a radio, books, and the bare essentials. His diet consisted of what the sea offered, and some provisions he scrounged up on his rare visits to the mainland. He had no television, no internet, and no human companionship, but he never felt alone. Over time, his story began to spread. Some tourists visited him, intrigued by the hermit of Budelli. Later, with the advent of smartphones, his story went viral. Many saw him as a modern-day sage, others as an eccentric, but they all agreed on one thing: he had achieved what many dreamed of but few dared to do. Sadly, in 2016, the Italian government made Budelli a national park, and although Mauro had been caring for it for decades, he was not legally allowed to stay. After years of struggle, he had to leave his island in 2021. Today, he lives in a modest apartment in La Maddalena, surrounded by noise, cars, and crowds. But every so often, he looks out to sea and remembers the days when the wind and waves were his only interlocutors. His story is not just that of a man who lived in solitude. It is that of someone who escaped the noise to hear the true sound of life. And it leaves us with a question that resonates louder than ever. What if true luxury isn't in having more, but in needing less?